I don't know if this is breaking news or if it's just kind of breaking rumor mill, because some are reporting it as factual, others are reporting it with that abbreviation reportedly as being factual. And this coincides with the Portman Road date, which is June the 7th, the date that I've been really looking forward to, actually really looking forward to that. And obviously the reason why I was looking forward to it is because one, it's Fabio Wardley, who I love watching fight, and second, it was because it was Fabio Wardley versus Jarrell Miller, Jarrell Big Farmer Miller, and I think that fight on paper is just epic. I know a lot of people were actually siding with Miller, not because they like him as a person, it's very difficult to do that, but because they feel stylistically, and at this stage in Wardley's career, that's a nightmare of a fight. Well, it may very well be, but a lot of, if you type in on X Jarrell Miller, the Sun Sport are saying breaking news: Fabio Wardley, Jarrell Miller off weeks before the fight. Seconds Out are saying it's been reported. Notice the difference there. It's been reported that Fabio Wardley versus Jarrell Miller, which was set for June the 7th at Portman Road, has been cancelled. Reasons are not yet known for the cancellation. However, it's believed to be an issue on Miller's side. Now, all this stems from No Smoke Boxing. The No Smoke Boxing, I believe they were the ones who broke the original news story. And I swear to God, I don't know how they get them, because they seem to get. There are stories out there that I know of, and it's like it's on the DL. Like, I wouldn't even make a video about it, and it's like, all right, mum's the word. And it's like, how the hell do these guys know about this? Like, it's crazy, because they were the ones who were talking about Dylan White versus Joe Joyce, and it's like, how do you find these things out? Sources close to No Smoke Boxing have reported that WBA interim title between Miller and Wardley is reportedly off. Apparently, there are four contenders for Fabio Wardley, and I've already checked the article. They do not name them, so there are four people there who are ready to step in at a moment's notice for Fabio Wardley, because they obviously want to keep the date going. They obviously booked the stadium, so they want to keep it going. But apparently, it's not going to be Jarrell Miller. Now, I know what a lot of people are thinking, and to be fair, I can't really blame them. A tree is known by its fruit at the end of the day. Jarrell Miller has failed multiple PED tests in the past. And this isn't like someone who has. Listen, Dylan White springs to mind. The first time he failed a test, it was for an over the counter supplement, Jack 3D, which you can still buy, but it's nowhere near. I never used it myself personally, but it's a pre workout, by the way, I do know that. But it's nowhere near as useful, we'll say, as it was back in 2012. A lot of the stuff that was in it has been removed. Still, you can buy it, but it's not as good as it was. That is something where you can look at it and say you should have really looked at what was in it, but I don't think there was any real intention to cheat. With Big Farmer Miller, which is obviously not his actual nickname, but it's what I've been calling him for the last couple of years, this guy had like serious stuff like HGH and other things. Like, this is the stuff that you have to physically, into you, which, like, there's no excuse for that, and I get it. With fighters, maybe they eat something that's contaminated, or so they say, but at the end of the day, this is a guy who had half a Columbia in him, so there's no real excuse. And I think the thing that really irks me about Jarrell Miller in particular, I know a lot of people have said, well, he served his ban and this, that, and the other. It's not the point. It's happened multiple times. He's never showed any remorse. And this guy had the audacity to accuse others. He accused Anthony Joshua. How many PED tests have Anthony Joshua failed? None. None. On this occasion, however, now I get it. As I said, a tree is known by its fruits. I have heard, however, that with Miller, it seems to be more an issue with his promoter, Dmitry Salida. I think that's his promoter anyway. I had heard rumors that he actually, although he turned up for the press conference and he gave it all this as he always does, I had heard rumors that even at that press conference, he hadn't officially signed for this fight. Apparently, there's been some promotional issues, and I'm pretty sure it's Dmitry Salida, and I'm pretty sure Jarrell Miller, in fairness to him, he's not the only one who's had issues over the last few years with Dmitry Salida. So, from what I can gather, and I will say that having heard some of the rumours and having heard some of the things over the last couple of weeks, as much as I looked forward to this fight, it was always something in the back of my mind that we're hearing this, it was always in the back of my mind that this fight may end up getting pulled. So enjoy the build up, but don't necessarily look forward to seeing it on fight night. And again, some are saying it as though it's, you know, a categorical fact that this fight isn't going to happen, that it's been pulled on Jarrell Miller's side. Others are saying that it's just reported. Now, Fabio Wardley was obviously, he was doing punditry work with the Zone at the press conference for Usyk versus Dubois today, and he was talking about, you know, Portman Road, it's a good to go, it looks like it's going to be a sellout, this, that and the other. I think with Fabio Wardley, he is Ipswich true and true, and a lot of the fans will be Ipswich Town fans, and they'll be coming to support Fabio Wardley. I don't think they'll necessarily care who he's fighting, but Miller would have been a good fight. It would have been a good fight. So if it is pulled, it's a shame. I know a lot of people would say that it's not really a shame because a lot of people really took a lot of issue. And I get it. Don't get me wrong. I do get it as well. I get both sides of the argument that someone with the checkered history will say, as Jarrell Miller, shouldn't be given any platform. I can't really argue with those people, to be honest with you. But I look at it from a selfish boxing fan standpoint and I think, holy crap, that would have been a good fight. So as it stands, we're a bit up in the air, but it's being reported anyway that this fight is done, not going to happen. If that is the case, again, No Smoke Boxing never actually mentioned the names. I mean, you've got a bit of time at the end of the day. Like, it's not like, you know, it's not like it ended on fight week or something like that someone pulled out. You've got roughly, 5-6 weeks, so about 5 weeks. So, you know, that's a reasonable amount of time, but who do you get, like, at the end of the day? I mean, it's for the WBA. Actually, perfect time to get Michael Hunter in, because he only fought about a fortnight ago. Now, he fought in Mexico. He was meant to fight Chris Lovejoy. Yeah, he didn't. Not much better. He fought some unknown guy in Mexico. Why not get Michael Hunter in? Like, seriously, like, why would you not get him in? If Miller is gone, you would have had to fight Michael Hunter anyway, most likely, you know, because of the Pulev situation. Get Michael Hunter in. Do it. You know, I would actually say get Michael Hunter in. And actually, that is a really interesting fight. So that's the name that comes to mind, because I'm just thinking from a logical point of view, 5 weeks notice is not ideal, but you just had a fight a couple of weeks ago. You're hardly going to be, you know, ballooning 30 flipping pounds in a fortnight. It just doesn't happen. You know, you're not Tyson Fury, so there you go. You're not Andy Ruiz, so maybe he's one of the names. I would love it if he is, because I think that's an epic fight, a really good fight. If it was a peak Michael Hunter, no chance in hell does Wardley beat him. But this version, it probably does, but it'd still be an interesting fight nonetheless. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. People, smash the like button if you could. Hit subscribe as always if you haven't already. And until next time, peace.